to assemble the seat on the Zipper X1, we're going to have these components. So we've got the side brackets, the front half of the stem, the rear of the stem, the seat, and we have these other, this is the underbody, the sides. There's then 3 sizes of bolts. We've got 4 short, fatter ones. We have multiple of these short, skinny ones and 2 very long ones, plus 2 nuts. So the first bits you need are these 4 here, and these fix the stem to the seat. So this fixes on like this. Put the 4 bolts in these holes and tighten. Right, now we have the stem fully fitted to the underside of the seat. You then take the second part of the stem, and this then, if you put this way, this slots onto the back. You need to line this up with the holes in the upper stem, and it will then take 6 bolts. The holes on the inner stem are threaded, so you put them in from the back and they thread from the front. Right, so once that's fully assembled, we have the seat with the upper stem, the lower stem. The rear should look like this. 6 bolts, nice and tight. Not over tightened though, because these are tapped holes and you will bear the threads. So the next stage, we've got 2 of these brackets. These are your side brackets. I've got one here, one here. You'll notice they have a cutout here. The cutout goes to the back of the scooter. So these can be assembled. We've got 2 long bolts like this. 1, 2, and there's 2 nuts to go with these, which will look like this. So when we assemble this, we need to do this on the scooter. So these brackets, when they're assembled, the tab will go on the inside, and then the bolt will go all the way through with a nut on the other side to tighten up. So I'm now going to do this on the scooter. So we're going to put the bracket on the side of the scooter, the other bracket on the other side of the scooter, bring the stem down, and then bolts all the way through. So I'm just going to do that and I'll show you what it looks like. So I've just loosely assembled this. So as you can see, you've got the 2 brackets on the back, the cutout on the rear, which should be lining up with the rake cut on the deck board. So I'm now just going to put the other bolt through. So it comes out like this. Next nut on, and tighten these up. So I'm just going to tighten those up and come back to the next stage. So the seat, the stem, the rear brackets are on. These fit round. These should generally line up just past the rake cut on the deck board. And now when you tighten these 2 nuts up, this is going to pull in, this is going to pull in. This will make the whole assembly tight. So I'm just going to do that now. I'll show you the final stage. So as you can see, these are now tight. There's no movement in the seat. So the final stage, you've got a hole here, one on the other side. So we're going to wind these in. These will just sit in the gap and just stop the seat from having any chance of moving forwards. So I'm just going to do that now as well. Quite a bit of winding. And there we go. And you're just going to want to do the same for the other side. Right, so that then leaves us with these 3 parts. So these are for the rear package holder. Now I'm going to choose not to fit these, but if you do want to fit these, the brackets sit inwards like this, and they sit inside here. These have threaded holes, so you're going to wind the nut in from the outside to the inside. That will then fit. You can then sit the package holder on the top, but I'm not going to do that right now. So there we have an X1 with a very dirty deck board with a seat fitted.